As a kid, all a nigga wanna have was a Burberry scarf and $3 in my pocket. Instead I got beat with a switch, but I don't give a fuck, but it's on my body. Scars all up on me, but I run around from everybody. Life lesson learned, I better learn from this bitch, nobody. She pushed me around, she didn't give no motherfucks about it. She broke my heart 3 times, but I ain't getting...
The Arizona Cardinals are going to be taking on the Carolina Panthers. Now, last week, Arizona was defeated by the Detroit Lions 26-23. And let's be honest, a lot of people didn't see that loss coming. I didn't see it coming. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys didn't see that one coming. A lot of Arizona Cardinals fans most definitely didn't see that one coming. And a good amount of Detroit Lions fans that I've talked to didn't even think that Detroit was going to be able to win that game. So you may be asking yourself, JT, just how did Arizona and why did they lose to Detroit? And all you got to do is go ahead, look at the box score, and go check the turnover department. Arizona turned the football over 3 times. They were -3 in the turnover margin. And that should tell you everything that you need to know. You see, the best way for a team to pull off the upset or get upset is by turning the football over. If you turn the football over 3 times and the team doesn't turn the football over none, the majority of the time you're going to lose, okay? Now, despite the fact that Arizona turned the football over 3 times, they still had a chance to win the football game. Now, I don't know if that shows us that the Arizona Cardinals are a good team, the fact that they still had a chance to win the game despite turning the football over 3 times, or that the Detroit Lions aren't a good football team because they forced 3 turnovers and yet they were only able to win by 3 points. So either the Arizona Cardinals are a really good team because they still had a chance to win the game despite their turnovers, or the Detroit Lions just aren't good at all. So when you look at the Carolina Panthers, they're first off a victory against the LA Chargers. And the matchup that I'm going to be watching in this game is going to be cornerback Dante Jackson for the Carolina Panthers against wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals, DeAndre Hopkins. And I'm really intrigued in this matchup because Dante Jackson so far in the season, he has 2 interceptions. And DeAndre Hopkins has been the best wide receiver in the NFL so far this year. Okay? And the Carolina Panthers secondary hasn't really had a lot of positives aside from Jeremy Chin and Dante Jackson. So this is going to be a really important matchup. If Carolina wants to win this game, you got to stop DeAndre Hopkins because DeAndre Hopkins is a really big part of this offense. But even if you do stop DeAndre Hopkins, is Carolina going to be able to stop the other guys that Arizona has at their disposal, like Andy Isabella? So, I mean, can the Carolina Panthers defense stop this Arizona Cardinals offense? We don't know. Now, you look at Arizona. Arizona's defense, to my surprise, has played fairly well, better than what I expected. Now, this is a Carolina Panthers offense that we already know isn't all that explosive, okay? Teddy Bridgewater has done just enough to keep a starting job. But at some point in the season, I think that you're going to look at Teddy Bridgewater, or you're going to be like, this guy isn't it. Because he only has 2 touchdowns so far this year. Now, for the Carolina Panthers, you are going to be going another game without your star running back, Chris McCaffrey. So he's not going to be playing. So Mike Davis is going to be the guy up. And Mike Davis had a pretty solid game last week against the Chargers. So, I mean, you're going to be facing, if you're the Arizona Cardinals, a Panthers defense that is 24th in pass yards per game allowed and 21st against the run. And if you're Arizona, you're licking your chops right now. Because, look, Arizona is a 3.5-point favorite to win that game. Now, to me, maybe that shows us that maybe we may be sleeping on the Carolina Panthers to win this game, okay? Maybe Carolina has a better shot at winning this game than what me and you may think, okay? Because, look, Arizona, if I was making the odds, probably would be a 7-point favorite to win this game. So the fact that the line in this game is just so close, maybe Carolina fares better against the Arizona Cardinals than where we may think. Now, for Arizona to avoid another upset, Kyler Murray has to take care of the football. Last week, Kyler Murray played the worst game of his young NFL career. Turn the ball over 3 times. You can't do that. What is up, everybody? It's JT Sports. I'm here with a real quick message. So, I know a lot of you guys try to reach me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'm not always able to get back to you guys' DMs, but I created a group chat on this new app called Flick. What Flick is, it allows people to create communities to talk about sports. I created a group chat on there. I will appreciate and love if you guys go ahead and click that link down in the comment section and description down below to join me on there. It's the best way to get in contact with me if you guys want my thoughts on something. It also has polls in there. You guys get to predict who will win certain matchups. You can ask questions, and not only does it allow you to get in contact with me, but it also allows you to connect with other people who also click the link down below to join my group on Flick as well. So make sure that you guys go ahead, click that link down in the description and the comment section down below. It'll take you to the app if you don't have it installed already. Once you install the app, you just create your account and it'll automatically add you to my group so you guys can get in contact with me and other people as well who click the link. Now back to the video. And you simply cannot do that. So, I mean, Arizona, when you go against the Carolina Panthers, you have to be able to make sure that you're able to keep these wide receivers from breaking loose, okay? Because the Carolina Panthers have a lot of big play threats at the wide receiver position. First, you got to worry about Robbie Anderson. You got to worry about Curtis Samuel. You got to worry about DJ Moore. So, I mean, they have a lot of weapons that you have to worry about anytime you go against them. And although they may not have a lot of big explosive plays in the passing game, they don't need to be throwing 50-yard, 40-yard bombs. All Teddy Bridgewater needs to do is throw the football 5 yards underneath to one of these wide receivers, and they can easily take it to the house for 6. So, I mean, if you're Arizona, you need to limit the big plays. And Arizona's defense has played fairly well. This has been a defense that I believe is the outside of a looking in of a top 10 defense. So, I mean, Arizona's defense has played better than what I expected. So, I mean, if Arizona wants to win this game, you got to take care of business. Don't turn the football over. And also, Kyler Murray has to have a better game this week than what he had last week against Detroit, which should be able to happen because Carolina's secondary is really bad. Aside from Dante Jackson and Jeremy Chin, they don't really have anybody. And that Dante Jackson versus DeAndre Hopkins matchup is going to be really big because if Dante Jackson is able to keep DeAndre Hopkins from having a big impact in this game, you're going to be taking away Kyler Murray's number one option. That means you're going to have other guys who steps up for the Arizona Cardinals, which votes well for the Carolina Panthers. And also for the Arizona Cardinals, you got to stop Derrick Brown because Derrick Brown was a monster last week against the LA Chargers. This dude was showing everybody why he deserved to be a top 10 pick last week. That dude is an absolute monster. So you also got a game plan for him. So I'm taking Arizona to win this game. I think they cover. I think they win this game by more than 3.5. I think Arizona's going to win this game 31-20 is my final score prediction in this game. I believe that Carolina's going to put up some points in this game because I don't think their offense is all that bad. But I do think if Arizona doesn't turn the football over 3 times in this game like they did last week against the Detroit Lions, they should be able to walk out of this game with a victory. Now, if Kyler Murray just has another stinker, then this game probably could go Carolina's way. So, I mean, the best way to avoid the upset is to simply take care of business. I also want to see the Arizona Cardinals run the football a little bit more. Kenyon Drake, I mean, I don't want to say he's been bad, but I was expecting a little bit more out of him this season. So I think Arizona also needs to get a little bit better when it comes to getting Kenyon Drake more involved in the game plan. I also think that could help out this Arizona Cardinals offense a lot, considering the fact that Carolina's linebacker unit is a little bit shaky. So I'm taking Arizona to win this game. My final score prediction is going to be 31-20. Carolina, I don't think they're going to get blown out by the Arizona Cardinals or anything like that. Like, I think that Carolina's offense is going to put up some points in this game. But at the end of the day, I think Arizona should be able to win this game. Don't trust Carolina's defense. I don't think Carolina's defense is going to get a lot of stops in this game. And also, I don't think they're going to be able to stop Kyler Murray. So, I think this game is a game that Arizona should be able to get back on the right track. They should end up going into this game 2-1 and leaving out 3-1 if everything goes well and Kyler Murray doesn't have another poor performance. Give me Arizona with the victory.